A dying archaeologist secretly works to unleash an ancient storm god with the absurd assumption that he'll be magically cured, or best case scenario, become a god. The storm god in question is Baal, who apparently got nerfed by his dad El and had his powers separated into 4 elemental amulets, which were scattered and hidden across the globe. And by hidden, I mean put in places that were pretty easy to find within a week. Once Dr. Stanford finds and breaks open the first amulet, it unleashes a supernatural storm which should have raised all kinds of red flags. But for some reason, his colleagues help him continue his search for the rest of them, without even talking about the amulets glowing, shooting beams to the sky, and the coincidental storms that keep showing up wherever they find one. I really hope he got hazard pay.
Van Slamma's clothesline.
Fortunately, in a seemingly separate TV movie, the government looks for ways to stop the growing cataclysmic storms with the usual options.
What's the worst case scenario?
A bit of megacyclones spawning countless subcyclones, hail the size of basketballs.
Let's just nuke the son of a bitch.
I thought he'd never ask. Now for the top 3 signature moves.
Top 3 signature moves.
Number 3, the Baal Screen Slayer. Reminds me of one of those scary pop-up videos that you watch at full volume, only here it's not scary. Second, the Earth, Wind, Water, and Fire Splash. Looks like the ball just dropped. And finally, the finisher, the Van Allen Belt Disintegrator.
Agent Bristol, behind you!
Does he shoot everything thrown at him? He'd make a horrible father playing with his kid. Baal the Storm God was an okay disaster flick that felt like a very less realized version of Stonehenge Apocalypse, which is ironic considering it's the same director and co-writer. I would have preferred Stanford to out himself earlier as a bad guy and potentially be even manipulated and guided by Baal, but apparently here, he's just delusional and lucky. I also felt like there were 2 separate TV movies going on, which could have used a bridge between the 2 groups of characters. I did enjoy the premise, and it did have some cool storm effects reminiscent of The Mummy. Baal must have clouded judgment. On the Van Slamme meter, I give it 2 out of 5 masks. It's cloudy, with a chance of a shit show.
Van Slamma's tag in.
It's always satisfying when bad guys get their comeuppance, especially at the verge of victory. So you have to be ready with a one-liner. Here's an example.
Death and destruction. Isn't that what we archaeologists wallow in?
Now let's slamify it with the Van Slamme tag in. Your grant has just been revoked. Thanks for joining me for Jack Van Slamme vs. Baal the Storm God. If you like what you saw, be sure to click subscribe and tell a friend. Feel free to comment below on what your favorite moments were and what B-movies you'd like to see Slammarang.
Do you really think we should unleash another Sumerian god on Earth?
Bell taught Baal a lesson once. Kid obviously needs his butt kicked again.